Alhamdulillah wa salatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. We are going to catch inshallah for coronavirus. Today is Thursday, February 13, 2020. And it has been about a month, or actually coronavirus started in mid-December, so it's about nearly 2 months now that it exists. Now what is the point of catching for this? We're going to see from the jinn's point of view what is happening. Is there anything linked to jinns, linked to magic behind this thing, and what is happening to the jinns in China? And also we have done previously catchings for the situations of Muslims in China, Uyghurs, that are suffering too much. So we're going to see if there's any link with those catchings we have done and this virus that has the terrible virus that has arrived. And also China, in that catching you can review it, are doing a lot of harm in the world, as for example in Africa the Chinese projects are destroying the people and destroying the environment, and mostly they are done by corruption. And the Chinese will bring all their workers and food and everything from China and not do any technology transfer to that country, so the country will just pay, and they don't have even a way to check if the job has been done properly or not. So anyway, so maybe as a result of all that, as we say, the karma rule, what you do you get. That is a worldwide known rule in all cultures. So maybe this will be an occasion for the Chinese to change their behavior and stop harming people, because as you harm people, so in the end something is going to happen to you too. So I'm just going to read the latest news on coronavirus, today's news. So first news is just titled, the epidemic has extended to the world economy. So it is affecting China, but because China is so heavy in the world economy, so all the world economy is being affected by the coronavirus. Now, second article, coronavirus, the counting is exploding in China. So we are still in the period of expansion of the virus, where things are going very fast and very worse. And Peking has cut off many heads. They changed the responsibles of many things. Well, that does not mean that those people did a bad job, but just because the situation is very bad, so maybe of course they will choose the most strongest and determined responsibles to give them those responsibilities, as it's not a normal situation. So I don't think that is because those people in charge were bad people, just that you have to put now the strongest people, you have to give them this responsibility. And coronavirus, the Chinese quarters of Paris is deserted by clients. So in Paris there's a Chinese neighborhood with their businesses and restaurants and everything, and now it's empty, and it doesn't have any meaning. There's no coronavirus there, but people are afraid. You see, people are afraid that these guys are Chinese, maybe they have, so they don't go there. So what is happening in Paris, of course, same thing is happening all over the world. So whenever anyone sees a Chinese person, he starts being afraid. So the people are avoiding all Chinese businesses in the world. So that is the latest today's news. So off we go, inshallah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم إن وليي الله الذي نزل الكتاب وهو يتولى الصالحين أينما تكونوا يأتي بكم الله جميعا إن الله على كل شيء قدير أينما تكونوا يأتي بكم الله جميعا إن الله على كل شيء قدير. C'est bon? It's okay? So what's happening in China with this coronavirus? One pillar has been put in the earth in a depth of 30 meters. It was to make an explosion, because the United States are afraid of the domination of China. So we were sent from there to put that.
c'était le cœur du
It was
dispositif.
the heart of the whole thing.
Oui,
You mean an explosion of the virus?
oui, oui, c'est une souche qui a été produite
It is
de manière
the virus was produced chemically.
et qui a contaminé la végétation.
And then affected the vegetation.
Oui, la végétation nourrit la faune.
And the
et la faune
vegetation
nourrit la population.
goes to the animals and then it goes to the population.
Oui,
But how long ago was this done? Ça fait combien de temps?
la plantation a été
The
installée
implementing
il y a plus de 3 mois.
was done more than 3 months ago in your time.
Chez nous, ce n'est pas exactement
But for us it's not
comme
the
ça.
same.
Oui, mais ça doit faire quelque chose comme 3 mois.
So it's about 3 months. And this virus that was implemented by the United States in China,
Oui,
is it linked to jinns and magic or is it just a chemical weapon?
une loge franc-maçonnique a travaillé sur ce projet
The
depuis
Freemason
de nombreuses
Lodge
années sans
has worked on
parvenir
this
au
project
résultat.
for years without reaching the results.
Oui, ceci était la première expérimentation de terrain.
This was the first ground experience.
D'autres projets sont en cours.
Other projects are still ongoing.
Oui,
So the virus was sent and also jinns were sent with the virus.
oui, absolument.
Yes,
Puisque
absolutely.
nous,
Because
nous
we
sommes les
are-
amplificateurs
We,
des
we
symptômes.
make the things easier, the symptoms easier.
Mais on a beaucoup souffert à cause de
Les
ça.
simplificateurs ou les amplificateurs.
Amplificateurs.
Oh no, they are amplifiers. They amplify the symptoms, but they say we suffered a lot because of that,
Et on n'est pas content du
and
tout.
we are not happy at all.
Non, on nous avait pas prévenu de
We were not
ça.
warned that this
Nous
will happen to
sommes
us.
malades aussi,
We are also
pour
ill.
un grand nombre d'entre nous.
Many of us. Okay, let's call all the jinns that are ill. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم ملك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم ملك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
Qu'est-ce que tu me veux à moi?
Tu n'es pas, you're not Muslim yet?
Non, pas encore.
Okay.
Je regarde ce qui se passe.
I'm just watching what's happening
Surprenant.
and I'm surprised. So tell us, what do you see?
Je vois une lumière qui descend.
I see a light coming down that is repairing. Oh, they're cuts
Déformation.
and they're abnormal
Qui
forms,
grandit aussi.
and they also get bigger.
Oui.
But where did you come from?
J'arrive d'une province voisine. Je suis pas directement concerné, mais tu m'as
I'm
fait
just coming
venir
from
quand même
close
aussi tous
place.
mes frères.
I'm not concerned.
Oui,
Okay,
on se demande pourquoi tu fais ça.
we were wondering why you're doing
On
that.
a été attiré par l'appel.
We were attracted by the call. So you're not from China,
Non, on est
No.
venu des mers.
huh? They came from the seas. Okay, okay. Call all those who are interested by this light. Tell them to come and take the light. الله النور السماوات والأرض 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 الله النور السماوات والأرض. وعليكم السلام. Everybody's Muslim?
Oui,
Okay. So I want to know the...
merci.
Oh, thank you. You're welcome. Yes, I want to know the non-Muslim jinns in China. How did they see? Now, we had the jinns that came with the virus to spread it in China, and they got ill themselves.
Oui.
Huh? Now, I want the Chinese kafir jinns that live in China, and what happened to them? How did they see this coronavirus epidemic?
On a été observateur.
We were observing,
On a été invité.
invités.
Du gouvernement.
We were invited by people from the government
Oui, à tenter d'éradiquer
to try to stop it.
Oui.
Ah.
Mais c'était
But
au-delà de
it was beyond
notre compréhension.
our understanding.
Nous n'avions pas de solution.
And we had no
Nous
solution.
avons entrepris
We
par
tried
des rituels
by
et
rituals
des sacrifices.
and sacrifices
Avons demandé
We
à nos
asked
divinités.
to our
Mais
gods,
ces divinités
but these
n'étaient
gods
pas là,
were
ne
not there
pouvaient rien
and
pour
could do
ça.
nothing about that.
Oui,
You mean the Buddhists, huh?
oui,
And their various religions.
oui.
Okay. So you saw that you could do nothing.
Absolument.
But, okay, yes. And now you're Muslim, you have embraced Islam?
Oui.
Okay.
Et on est content.
And we are happy.
Oui, on veut faire quelque chose.
And
pour
we want
ça
to do
maintenant.
something for this.
Oui,
Such as what?
il y a comme
There is
quelque chose
something
qui nettoie tout.
that is cleaning everything
Oui, et qui rétablit quelque chose
and repairing
de
something.
véridique.
Something true.
On a compris quelque chose
We have
de
understood
véridique.
something true. What did you understand?
Dieu est unique.
Allah is
Il
one.
n'y a qu'un Dieu.
There's only one God.
Même son existence
Even his
était en
existence
fait un peu inconnue.
was not
Notre
very well
culte
known.
est fait
Our worship was made of
supposition,
uh,
hypothèse,
hypotheses,
projection.
projections.
Oui, tandis que là,
But now
quelque chose est descendu,
something has come down
imposant,
that is imposing itself,
d'universel
that is universal,
et d'incontestable.
that is incontestable.
Oui, c'est cet incontestable que nous voudrions.
Okay,
maintenant.
let's get all the jinns from China who do not know this and still are in the darkness and in the wrong religions and worshipping the wrong gods. وكان حقا علينا نصر المؤمنين وكان حقا علينا نصر المؤمنين وكان حقا علينا نصر المؤمنين أينما تكونوا يأتي بكم الله جميعا إن الله على كل شيء قدير إذا زلزلت الأرض زلزالها وأخرجت الأرض أثقالها وقال الإنسان ما لها يومئذ تحدث أخبارها بأن ربك أوحى لها يومئذ يصدر الناس اشتاتا ليروا أعمالهم فمن يعمل مثقال ذرة خيرا يرى ومن يعمل مثقال ذرة شرا يرى الله ولي الذين آمنوا يخرجهم من الظلمات إلى النور. وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Je t'écoute.
Yes, how long have you been converted to Islam?
7 ans.
7 years.
Oui,
Without catchings?
oui,
Okay.
oui.
So, you Muslim jinns in China, how did you see this epidemic of coronavirus?
Tu me demandes là de dire quelque chose que
You're asking me to say something
de bien des secrets.
that we decided to keep secret.
Je n'ai pas participé, mais j'ai vu.
I haven't participated, but I have seen where I was.
Une vague de tes djinns, de ceux qui sont venus à toi.
One wave of the jinns that have came to me have attacked.
Oui, ont trouvé, en fait,
They found
ce poison qui a
that
été
poison
enterré.
that was
Oui.
buried,
Et a participé.
and they participated
à la répandre.
in spreading it.
Oui, oui.
But why did they do that?
Je n'ai pas aimé.
I did not
Et je n'ai
appreciate
pas
it.
participé.
I haven't
Mais
participated.
ils ont trouvé une cause
But they found
de
a means
vengeance pour
in cause de
rendre l'appareil.
to take revenge
Oui,
because the Chinese are harming, oppressing the Muslims too much in China.
oui.
Yes, because of
Mais
that.
je n'étais pas d'accord.
I didn't agree. Okay,
Il faut demander à Allah de leur pardonner.
you have to ask Allah to forgive them.
Ils n'ont pas agi avec des intentions
They, d-
louables. Ils ont cédé
they
à
did
la
not have
colère.
a good intention. They just did it through anger.
Oui.
Okay, let's get one of their responsibles and discuss with him, inshallah. الله ولي الذين آمنوا يخرجهم من الظلمات إلى النور. الله ولي الذين آمنوا يخرجهم من. السلام عليكم.
Comme ça,
So you are part of those Muslim jinns who were angry against the Chinese people and you took the virus and spread it everywhere.
oui.
Okay. Do you think Allah is happy with what you have done?
Je ne sais pas.
I don't know. Okay, let's try to understand that. الله نور السماوات والأرض الله نور السماوات والأرض الله نور السماوات والأرض الله نور السماوات والأرض الله نور السماوات والأرض.
J'ai compris.
I have understood. What did you understand?
Notre erreur a été de
Our
vouloir
mistake
justice nous-mêmes.
was to
Alors que
want to do
la
revenge
justice
ourselves.
pour lui.
But the judgment has to come from Allah. Okay, let's get all the Muslim jinns that have propagated this coronavirus and make them understand. الله نور السماوات والأرض الله نور السماوات والأرض الله نور السماوات والأرض.
Ils sont déjà là en fait.
They're all here.
Oui.
Okay. So, what do you think? You're going to stop doing this now, or you're going to continue?
Qui parle?
Any one of you speaks. Yeah. Wa salam.
On a compris.
We have understood.
Oui.
So, you're going to stop spreading this virus?
Oui.
Okay. Okay. Any more kafir jinns with the Chinese that are oppressing the Muslims and putting bad things in their minds and making them worship stupid gods and all that?
Il y a 3 couches.
There are 3 layers.
Oui. Dieu a fait venir la couche supérieure.
We have brought the
Et la
higher
couche
layer and the middle one,
Il reste dans la couche inférieure.
and there's still the lower layer.
Très très reculé.
In some very far villages,
Les
they
pratiques
practice,
ne sont pas conformes.
the practice are not good,
Ainsi
very
que
far
les
from Islam.
Chine. Oui.
Eh,
Dans les familles,
Ils font quoi des djinns? What do they do with jinns? Those practices?
des incitations à l'inceste très
Oh,
fortes.
like
Dans des
incest,
familles très reculées. Où
in
les
very
gens
far
ne
families,
lisent pas,
where
ne
people don't
connaissent
think
pas,
and don't know,
n'ont pas accès à des médias.
don't have access to
Oui.
media.
Ces gens-là sont vraiment très
Those are very,
étroits,
very
abandonnés,
short-minded and abandoned
facilement manipulables.
and easy to manipulate.
Oui.
Okay, so let's get this last layer of jinns, inshallah. وكان حقا علينا نصر المؤمنين وكان حقا علينا نصر المؤمنين وكان حقا علينا نصر المؤمنين أينما تكونوا يأتي بكم الله جميعا إن الله على كل شيء قدير إذا زلزلت الأرض زلزالها وأخرجت الأرض أثقالها وقال الإنسان ما لها يومئذ تحدث أخبارها بأن ربك أوحى لها يومئذ يصدر الناس اشتاتا ليروا أعمالهم فمن يعمل مثقال ذرة. He says, leave us. وكان حقا علينا نصر المؤمنين وكان حقا علينا نصر المؤمنين. Let me go. حرمت عليكم الميتة والدم ولحم الخنزير مولى لغير الله به. حرمت عليكم الميتة والدم ولحم الخنزير مولى لغير الله به. حرمت عليكم الميتة والدم ولحم الخنزير مولى لغير الله به. حرمت عليكم الميتة والدم ولحم الخنزير مولى لغير الله به. حرمت عليكم الميتة والدم ولحم الخنزير مولى لغير الله به. ومن آياته أن خلق لكم من أنفسكم أزواجا لتسكنوا إليها وجعل بينكم مودة ورحمة إن في ذلك لآيات لقوم يتفكرون. ومن آياته أن خلق لكم من أنفسكم أزواجا لتسكنوا. Let me do what I want. What does that concern you? Let me go. إنا عرضنا الأمانة على السماوات والأرض والجبال فأبين أن يحملنها واشفقن منها وحملها الإنسان وإنه كان ظلوما جهولا. وقال الشيطان لما قضي الأمر إن الله وعدكم وعد الحق Les enfants quoi? About your children.
On a besoin d'eux pour renforcer notre race.
We need them to strengthen our race. What is your race? What is your species? What is your race?
De se mélanger aux humains.
To mix with
Oui,
humans.
notre progéniture.
Our
Elle est plus
descendants
forte,
will be stronger.
plus résistante.
فطرة الله التي فطر الناس عليها لا تبديل لخلق الله. فطرة الله التي فطر الناس عليها لا تبديل لخلق الله. فطرة الله التي فطر الناس عليها لا تبديل لخلق الله فطرة الله التي فطر الناس عليها لا تبديل لخلق الله فطرة الله التي فطر الناس عليها لا تبديل لخلق الله فطرة الله التي فطر الناس عليها لا تبديل لخلق الله فطرة الله التي فطر الناس عليها لا تبديل لخلق الله فطرة الله التي فطر الناس عليها لا تبديل لخلق الله فطرة الله ومن آياته أن خلق لكم من أنفسكم أزواجا لتسكنوا إليها وجعل بينكم مودة ورحمة إن في ذلك لآيات لقوم يتفكرون ومن آياته أن خلق لكم من أنفسكم أزواجا لتسكنوا إليها وجعل بينكم مودة ورحمة إن في ذلك لآيات لقوم يتفكرون الله نور السماوات والأرض 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 الله. Okay, everybody's Muslim? الله نور السماوات والأرض 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 وإذا وقع القول عليهم أخرجنا لهم دابة من الأرض تكلمهم إنما أمره إذا أراد شيئا يقول له كن فيكون إنما أمره إذا أراد شيئا يقول له كن فيكون إنما أمره إذا أراد شيئا يقول له كن فيكون الله نور السماوات والأرض الله نور السماوات والأرض وكان حقا علينا نصر المؤمنين وكان حقا علينا نصر المؤمنين فقاتلوا أولياء الشيطان إن كيد الشيطان كان ضعيفا. Okay, that's done. So you heard everything. Subhanallah. So the jinns say that this virus has been made by Americans and implemented in China and sent with jinns to spread this virus. And they say this just one of the projects that the Freemasons are doing, and they have many projects of the same kind that they are trying to implement in the whole world to create chaos and kill people. As you know, this project of Illuminatis is to bring the humanity back to 500 million. So most of the humanity must be killed by one way or another, like diseases, like wars, like poison through food, etc. And but then they said that the Muslim jinns that were there, that alhamdulillah we had converted from our catchings for Uyghurs and others, because they had this anger, so they used that virus to propagate it on the Chinese people. Now alhamdulillah they have stopped doing that because they understand that even if they are angry, it was not a good thing to do. But may Allah Ta'ala give hidayah to all these Chinese to know about Islam and about Allah and to stop harming the Muslims there. May Allah Ta'ala bring a change for our millions of Muslim brothers and sisters in that country. And now there also, what else was there? There also the jinns of the government say that the government called them for help. Well, of course, like any human being will pray his prayers and for help. So they have called their jinns for help in front of this virus, but they couldn't do nothing, and all their gods were helpless. And then the last thing was that there's the last jinns that were in the villages that are away from civilization, from everything, and people are in ignorance, and jinns are pushing them particularly to commit incense with their so that they will produce children where the jinns will have great power with them. Children produced from incense. And this is another thing that the jinns are producing more strong, and these jinns to prepare for the coming of Dajjal, to have more power. May Allah Ta'ala help us and guide us. And wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.